That's what happens if you let the threat level climb a little too high. That's a cannon turret now. Let's upgrade it. I mean, we're operating on the assertion that these are zombie dogs. Maybe they're just wild dogs that are hungry. Although that wouldn't explain their extraordinary durability and resistance to bullets. I mean, the Dawn of the Dead remake they made a while back introduced an interesting concept of the zombies only attacking humans, because they had a plot point where our main group of survivors is holed up in, like, a mega mall, but they make contact with another survivor in a gun store that's, like, across the parking lot and across the street. And the problem is, like, they've got loads of food, but scarce ammunition. Meanwhile, he's got loads of ammunition because he's, like, running a gun store, but he has next to no food, and over the course of several months, they notice him become increasingly emaciated. So they come up with the notion of basically rigging a backpack on the dog they had, because they discovered the zombies don't seem to care about anything that isn't human, like dogs, birds, they just don't care. So they could use the dog to ferry the stuff over to the guy, and that way he wouldn't starve to death or anything like that. The problem with that was, of course, he had to open the door to let the dog in, and then he got bitten, and, well, it's a work of zombie fiction. Things rarely get better. They usually just get worse. But yeah, it was an interesting notion that the zombies aren't interested in anything that isn't human. I mean, it doesn't make a whole lot of logical sense because, you know, the general notion of zombies is that they're just hungry all the time, and that's why they just sort of attack and eat everything. So if you're just hungry all the time, why would you be picky about what you eat? I mean, an interesting point they made in Resident Evil was the fact that, like, the zombie dogs, which of course were infected with the T-virus, or a variant of it, were, in fact, they suffered less brain damage from the infection than humans. So, they had increased aggression, that's for sure, but they were easily trained in the same way that you would, you know, traditionally train a dog. By comparison, it took a long time and a lot of development before they could make the tyrants receptive to training in the same sense as the Cerberus. Because that's the thing, the basic tyrants, like the T-103, have animal level of intelligence. Like, they're not human intelligence anymore. And so they had to be trained in terms of, like, what Umbrella wanted them to do. And they use scent triggers, so one of the ways Umbrella could theoretically protect its operatives from a tyrant was to scent mark them with a scent that the tyrants were programmed to ignore. And they could also use that scent marking to indicate high-value targets. This is all expanded lore, of course. I don't even like how that's rising up. That's got like a level 2 tower, too, and it's still gaining 3 things. I have a suspicion that a big chunk of what I'm going to be doing for the next few is just upgrading this tower to its maximum, and then clearing it out, and clearing this one out, so that way I don't have to worry about them, like, constantly gaining threat. So for this one, we're going to hit the factory, because it's the only thing left to up... Well, we're not going to hit the factory. Because we can't. Because we don't have enough gold. Alright, well, I guess we're going to start on the cleanup work, but I am going to get an upgrade. Can't even afford the upgrades. My god, like I said, the gold in this game is very important. Because it goes fast. The high-level upgrades are very... yeah. You run out of stuff quick. Okay, we got military specification zombies. That's always fun. It's at a threat level like this where you stand back a bit and, you know, try to snipe them from distance. Well, the rocket launcher is definitely pulling its weight. Then again, I did upgrade it and not my grenades.
Private Dexter.
Ooh, and I found him at the last second, too.
I want to shoot, but it's better to lay down. Maybe it'll leave me?
Yeah, that is a massive reduction in threat level. This one, it's getting bad, but it's only increasing at 2 a day, so... Now we'll modify the tower, and we'll modify the thing, and I doubt that'll probably get it down to clear, but we can see. No, not assault. Not assault. God damn it. No, I'm not wasting my... For real? Okay, no, I want tower modification, for God's sakes. Give me that level 4 rocket tower. Yeah, just a little down at the okay, so can we actually upgrade the factory? No, we don't have enough gold. Of course we don't have enough gold. Why would we? That's crazy talk. We can probably upgrade this tower. I want it as cannon first. You know, it does seem odd considering that perhaps a logical way of balancing out the rocket launcher would be the risk of sort of friendly firing yourself, but I don't think that's actually... Yeah, I don't take splash damage from my own rockets. So I can fire this thing at point blank and I'm not even affected.
I need a shower. Robbie.
Okay, now let's upgrade it. I always used to have trouble finding the last guy. Like, I could usually find two, but I always had trouble finding the last one.
At the beginning, I doubted.
Okay, so that's a level 2 tower there. I guess we should turn that level 2, keep it a bit uniform. Okay, so we decided cannon, cannon. I think this one was also going to be cannon, then rocket, rocket, machine guns for the easier two. So we haven't actually made this one. Well, I don't like rockets, I think we're just going to go cannon again. Cannons are really good. The rockets, you may have noticed, have that abysmal fire rate. Get off my Jenny. That guy took 3 rockets.
All day long.
I don't like... Oh, the threat level on these two is getting a bit much. Okay. Well, actually, another interesting thing is that in Decision 2, they actually set it so that the higher your factory level, the higher the threat grows. But you can still cancel it out once you have, like, a max level tower. We're gonna upgrade the tower. And then we're gonna start working on clearing those first 2 areas, because they're getting a bit dangerous. Because that's the thing about claiming territory as quickly as I did, you know, the whole reconnoiter achievement, is that the danger for these territories does not increase until you recon them. Like, they stay fixed for each territory. So the idea is that you're supposed to claim a few small territories and develop them, and not get overzealous and, like, take over the whole map before you're ready. Now, I, being the speed demon that I am, contrary to certain people's obvious complaints about me not upgrading my movement speed fast enough to keep them fucking happy. Being the speed demon I am, I captured a big chunk of the map early on, especially because more factories, more gold. Problem is, my industrial expansion now has to wait, because if I let those early territories get any more dangerous, we're gonna have problems. So that's 76. We'll hit the first area first. Yeah, what you're supposed to do if it's this dangerous is use assault position because it's safer, trim it down, and then hit it with the cleanup. But I'm just gonna straight up hit it with the cleanup. Because we can take it if we play it smart. I mean, we got a freaking rocket launcher. You know, while this game does get a bit samey towards the end, I should point out that it's starting to look like this is going to be, like, 5 to 6 hours of gameplay to reach the, like, 100% mark. That's more than you get in full-price products these days in a game that was available for free. Let's have a look around for our still missing man. I don't even think you have a gun, you're not much threat. Oh, you're gonna eat stuff at me.
One more day has passed.
How are my achievements looking, actually? Still a lot locked, funnily enough. Kill 10 zombies in 3 seconds. Master Melee, I haven't even started that because I haven't leveled Melee because I don't see much point. Halfway there, nearly. Find the body of the killed soldier. This is literally just get all the stuff. Yeah, this might, I mean, Private Brian's proving to be a little tricky to locate. That's a slight pickle.